to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
He didn't say the Lord's Prayer.
Feel like that.
Do a roll call. Ben Hutt.
Here.
Jeff Courtney.
Here.
And Dan Van Buren appears to be absent.
Did he forgot? We won't get nothing done tonight, it takes two.
Guest speakers, we've invited the fire departments here tonight to talk about fire contracts. So, if they have anything they want to say or speak or questions or anything like that.
I pulled the file out to come here tonight and realized that evidently I didn't give you all the run statistics from last year. They were still in the file, so I do have last year's stuff. I do apologize. There it is. Basically, I just give them all the runs that Licking Township had in the area of Bowling Green Township, some of the statistics about our department stuff. For anybody that doesn't know, that lives over on the west side of Bowling Green that we cover. We are a part-time paid department, and we did expand some hours this year. We found a little extra money in the budget. And we did put an evening guy on duty. It's just one person. I'm not a really big fan of that, but there is some positives for only having just one person on duty. At least the squad can roll, and when you live, 10, 15 mile or whatever from the firehouse, that time we get there, we can do a few things even though we're just by ourselves. And then the volunteer can catch up to that squad, and it basically just improves our response time to start the initial care. So that has been an improvement. The other thing, I think the departments work real well together. I have no complaints with Glenford, or I know you guys helped us on the house fire in Harbor Hills the other night. I don't see Ted's, yeah, there you go, sorry. But I know National Trails is always there. I hope they feel the same about us. We're there to help them. So I think you should be proud of the fire departments. I know I'm biased, but we work real good together. And I think ultimately that provides the service that you guys want. If anybody has any questions for Licking Township, you can ask, or please call the fire station, stop by. I know I had two the Bowling Green residents in Dogwood Estates here tonight. They normally stop and heckle me once in a while, and I appreciate that. I'd love to show you our fire department. Thank you.
You guys have any questions? We need to sign yearly contracts. Jenny can kind of elaborate on that. I guess it's going to stay the same. We give out everything that we receive.
And just so you guys, which I think you probably already know, I looked it up to see how much you guys did receive this year. The contract says $27,000. The actual amount was 29. Anyway, it was 29,000 something, and so it was, and like Ben said, whatever we get in, we just split it 3 ways and send it right back out. So, I had the paper and I don't know where it went. Did you guys have any questions?
Sounds great. Sounds like you got a raise.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. The first payment was $16,626, and then the second payment was $12,979.82. So each fire department got $29,605.82. I just left the fire contract saying $27,000 though, but like I said, you'll get whatever we get, so we'll just split it. Is that for me or him?
I'm just asking for the floor for just a second. One thing I did forget, I'd like to thank everybody, I know these guys do too, for everybody supporting the fire levy this year. I think everybody did a great job of getting out. Like I said, big complaints, please holler. But thank you very much for supporting us.
Yeah, if you guys want to.
We had a motion last month.
No. We got another motion, so if you guys want to accept the fire contracts.
I'll make a motion to accept the fire contract.
Yeah.
Verbiage is the same as last time.
It's exactly the same, we only change the dates. Do roll call. Dan,
Yeah.
Jeff,
Yes.
Ben.
Yeah.
So then, I have 2 copies for each fire department that you guys need to sign, just sign on.
We'll send the contracts home to you guys. You guys can just get back to one of us by, next couple weeks and then.
Get our copy back.
I know you guys know this. If you guys ever see any problem areas, just call. Get out there, take care of icy spots, something like that.
Each trustee's gonna sign 2 copies.
Whatever, pop over, one or
We
Saturday.
just signed that.
What's that?
Okay, they signed
Yeah. We'll definitely. Definitely more
So everybody
business.
should sign 6 copies.
Yeah.
Turn that down a little bit, right? Turn the heat down a little bit.
Give us one back. One Greg's house.
I think that's it. You guys
You guys got any questions or anything?
You guys free to stay, go, whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna take off.
All right.
Thank you.
And you guys, you guys get this done, follow up on this one.
Yeah, will do. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks a lot.
See you guys.
You just send that first. Send that first.
I know your email address is on there. Did you get the engineer's lunch? It's, yeah. Days ago I got.
They
a
changed the
reminder.
time on
Yeah.
that.
It's, doors open at 11:30. It's on Friday, December 12th. At the Lakeland County Administration Building, the lower level conference. We're serving pizza, doors open at 11:30. The meeting starts at 12:30. Or you're supposed to RSVP.
December the.
December 12th. 11:30, the doors are open, and then meeting at 12:30. Serving pizza. I also received
Supposed to
a,
RSVP too.
yeah, you're supposed to RSVP. To
meant to email that.
December 4th at 11 a.m. at the Lincoln County Engineer's Office if you're interested. You're supposed to RSVP for that one also, and they're having pizza too. The things that will be discussed is how to extend asphalt, chip and seal light, new and existing tools on the market, many case studies and examples of work throughout Ohio. So if you want to do that one, you have to RSVP. That's Thursday, December 4th on that one. Then we also received a letter from the Ohio Department of Transportation. They would like to bring it to our attention that they will no longer be maintaining the county and township street name signs that intersect with our state highways. We will continue to maintain the warning signs in advance of intersections with the street name. This change is consistent with the practices of the other 11 ODOT districts and with the recommendation of our traffic engineering manual.
So be responsible for all state roads.
Yeah,
Signs.
that's what it sounds like. And I got something for everyone in the mail. And that was all the only other thing, I have that old township desk, metal desk that I took when I went into office. I no longer use it, so we're going to bring it down and put it in the township building, in the community building in the corner. I don't know what to do with it.
Just a metal desk,
It's just a metal desk if you guys wanna try and sell it or whatever, but
get rid of it.
it's the township.
They have to recycle it.
Bringing it back to, yeah, that might be a possibility, cause I'm not sure anybody would want it.
Drop it off, we'll make it disappear.
Okay. That was all I had.
But I tell you what, good job we're doing, that's what we're getting.
We got three calls.
That's
We
yours.
got 3 fire calls, so it's done.
I had a call from Oak Purse. Apparently they're still not getting the payments on time. Is that
I've
corrected?
taken care of that.
What's the problem with it? What's been the problem?
There's, sometimes their website's down, so if it's down when I'm trying to do it, then I can't get it done. But I've taken care of it.
Okay, that's all in correspondence. You have any, Jeff?
That's it.
Safety, I think. Did they ever get the Ford done, Jack, or?
I talked to him today, he said it'd be done by Monday.
Oh,
It
okay.
might be done Friday, he said by, for sure Monday.
We need to figure out how water gets in that stuff.
So,
The water's costing a lot of money for some reason.
It's just getting in sort of stuff there, and we checked everything.
I know, it's not in the tank outside, and it's just getting in the Ford, it's getting in this truck out here, and the backhoe and the Ford tractor, getting water in. And the tank outside don't have water. So I don't know, it's, never had that problem before for years, so I don't know. Okay. You don't have zoning?
Yes. First, I'd like to refer to last month, I asked you, if we could call the zoning board together to amend the, appeals, to update it to, Licking Plannings, which I gave you copies of it all. And also, I requested to bring them together in reference to the 20 acres. Since we don't have road frontage requirements other than the 5 acres, 250 feet, when Licking County got rid of the over 20 acres, they are putting it on the townships. So if you have 20 acres, you're still 250 feet, which they used to have less. Which I gave you guys copies of that too. And minimum road frontage, 60 feet, I think is what I have. For parcels over 20 acres, the minimum lot width frontage shall be no less than 20 feet. I gave you a section on that. I want to know if we can bring those issues both to the zoning board to amend our zoning.
We need to make a motion to take it to the
Yes,
zoning
you have to
board.
make a motion to call the board together and give them those two requests.
I'll make a motion that we contact the zoning board in reference to the two issues that we spoke about to bring them up to Licking County standards.
Correct.
And I'll second it.
Roll call, Dan,
Yeah.
Jeff,
Yes.
Ben.
Yep.
Okay, for this month, I have one permit in process for John Moore. He's off of Route 668. He's having problems with the health department approving his septic. He is certified septic, but not through Licking County, so he's having problems with that. Also, the Sword family is questioning why they have not received a report from the zoning appeals board yet. Attached to this is a letter that was emailed to me via a PDF file from Bethany. She also wrote the date wrong. I called her. She approved me to change that date. We submitted for the appeals August of 2014. Okay, the meeting came to effect in October. Okay, attached is a bunch of emails. And if you notice on all these emails, they're forward emails to me from either the prosecuting attorney or Jenny. I sent an email to Patty Boland and I asked her if she would call me so we can discuss this, so we can get this appeals moving. And the only email I received is on your second email, which was October the 2nd. She will not call me. Okay, so I've had no communication with her other than the October meeting. Attached is a bunch of other things indicating the stuff that was going on during this time frame. Also, there's questions in here regarding why we haven't received the notice or any minutes on the appeals meeting. We have yet to receive anything. It's been over 30 days. As a zoning inspector and a resident, I am requesting that the president of the appeals board be removed. And the only people that can do that is you via section 5.4 Board of Zoning Appeals created. And I highlighted that. It's on the first page. The resident was supposed to get a letter within 10 days. Has yet to receive a letter. And I don't know if you want me to go over all of the sections I put in here or what.
I'd like to table it and then we'll review it or we'll discuss it next meeting.
I'd appreciate it.
We can do that.
There's a lot more emails that were forwarded. Jenny has some, probably the exact same ones, correct, Jenny? You forwarded me every one, didn't you?
I think I forwarded
Yeah.
everything.
And also, I did start forwarding a lot of these emails from the prosecuting attorney. I noticed that only one trustee was getting it, so I started forwarding it to the other trustee when I received it.
What's the most recent contact on that? The November 10th, is that one?
On the emails,
I sent Patty another email on the,
10th,
no, I sent her one after that. I think it was the 16th,
the 6th, okay.
but I
get
did
it.
not hear back from her. I can look that up, hang on one second.
Yeah, but if you see there, I highlighted it, and Patty emphasized that she will get that done this week, which was November the 10th. It is now the 24th.
Yeah, I sent her an email on November 16th, and I have not heard back from her.
And the residents are still waiting. They, like I said, they still have to go to the planning commission. And like she said in her letter, they would really like to take action on this and not wait a year, because in 1 year, however long, this could take a year. And they gotta go back to the board again. That means they gotta pay for everything, do everything all over again, and it's been 3 months since she submitted. For August, September, October,
Is that
November,
paid
4
too?
months.
Got me paid also.
Yes.
Yes, in August.
Yes.
That's when I paid, yes.
When she submitted the paperwork, she wrote the check.
I know Ben said to table it, but we've been through this process one other time. As a matter of fact, it was Ms. Volan that brought it forward under 5.4. She attempted to remove the secretary of her own board. There is a process there. We've been notified tonight. And we're supposed to set a hearing, just like the process that was done then.
Correct.
So, you know, if you table it, it's just gonna prolong it, because we still have to hold that hearing. We've been
Yeah, you have to have a public hearing, and it's written in there.
You could have that hearing the same day, I mean, just before or after the meeting, but it needs to be advertised, because it's a public process and a public hearing that we have to have since we've been notified. Just bring that to the board's attention, of how it was processed before. And you say you thought you had a copy of 5.4, you said, right?
It's right there on the front page.
It's pretty clear there.
Yeah, I also bolded it, and
Members of the board may be removed from office by the Board of Township Trustees for cause upon written charges and after public hearing. We have written charges. I'd move that we have that public hearing the last Tuesday of December,
Just have it like a half hour.
6:30 or something. And that's, we'll make it 6 in case we need time.
what is the last Tuesday?
Yeah, that doesn't follow the month.
Well, it's our regular
Say
meeting.
again?
We have a jump car
New
meeting.
Year's
so-
Eve is Wednesday.
Yes, we do have a jump car meeting on the 9th of December. If you want to do it then, we can do it then too.
The sooner the better. We don't want to be prolonging this. These people should have had their response way longer.
Yeah, and Ms. Volan assumed the responsibility of the secretary during that meeting. So she was not just the president, she was also supposed to maintain the minutes and everything. And I have yet to see any minutes. Jenny, have you seen any minutes?
No, because she thought I was gonna do them, which she told me after the fact.
It's in writing here that she's doing it. So, yeah.
You made a motion for the last Tuesday, do you want to just do it on?
Let's make it on the junk car meeting
The
the
ninth.
night, the 9th.
6 o'clock.
Yeah,
6:30.
6:30.
It'll take more than a half hour.
No, I don't think it should. Well, yeah, we have to notify her so she can be here, but I can't imagine it would. It's
Just
all
want
in
to make
black
sure
and
there's
white.
ample time for whoever has an interest in participating.
Is there a second to that motion?
No, second.
9 to 6:30.
6:30?
Yeah.
Do a roll call. Dan,
Yeah.
Jeff,
Yes.
Ben,
Yeah.
And you'll advertise that,
yes.
what, a week or so before?
Yeah. And I will also contact Patty and let her know. Well, probably should contact the whole board.
I would do it in
Yes.
writing. I think you better do it in writing.
Yeah.
Have a receipt on that if you can, to show that you actually did notify her.
You can either be certified or you can get a receipt from the post office when they put it in the mailbox, they do a receipt. That one's cheaper.
I don't think it's a requirement, but I think it's a good idea.
So we could go by her words, Mr. Corpenny. Second page, quote unquote, email is legal. That's what she told me. Mind you, that is the only correspondence I received from her in those 3 months. The only correspondence.
It probably is a good idea to email it too, just to make sure she gets it.
Anything else on the zoning board?
That is it.
Junk car meetings?
We have it on the 9th, yes. 9th at 7.
Yeah, that's
On these
fine.
junk car meetings, I had asked Jenny quite a few months ago for copies of legal notice. And it's my understanding that you're calling these regular meetings and not special meetings, so they don't have to be necessarily advertised every month. But I still would like a copy of the original ad, legal notice of when you started them, because so far I haven't seen that. I want to make sure that what you've been doing with these meetings is actually legal, because I don't know if there's ever been a notice, and there should have been one initially.
We did, they did a call on the board that we were doing them as regular meetings.
It hasn't been discussed at any of the organizational meetings annually. And so far I haven't seen when it was put in place in 2010 or 11, where it was advertised.
Okay.
I just want to see that. And if it hasn't been done, it's got to be done. It's a little late, but still have requirements.
Okay. Any unfinished business?
We still got something on zoning.
We're not allowed to say anything?
We're talking about now?
Zoning? I guess.
Okay, you want me to start?
Yeah, good.
He's in charge, go ahead, yeah.
The mailman brought me back a letter. It had Bob and I's name on it, but it has his address because he rents the property. And when you rent the property, what you have on it should not be my business. It should be his business. I can tell you that I can't just go down there and go in his house or tell him to get off the property because he has a legal lease, and the court will tell you, you have got to go through court. You cannot, it's like he has possession of the property. Okay, so there's a car down there that,
This is junk, we can't discuss it now. This is
Why not?
junk car.
but it's not our car.
If you want to talk about the letter,
Well,
the person that owns the property gets the letter. You are the legal owner, and that was the name on that property. That's why that letter was sent there with your name.
But it did not come, the only reason it came to us, it has his address on it.
Correct, and that's your legal property. You
Okay,
own that
but
property.
how was Bill supposed to sign my name or Bob's name on the letter
Yeah, like that right
at
here.
his
It's
address?
saying my address, not theirs.
Okay, so the mailman,
He's gonna live in my house. I guess I'm
so
certified
the
there.
mailman said to me,
And then the property
do you
is there.
want this?
Correct.
Because it's not your address, but it's your name.
Yeah.
And he said, and I almost turned into the ditch because there's no driveway there.
It doesn't matter.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, it comes in their name, but the address and my address, how can I sign for their name?
Yeah, how can he sign
I
it?
can't
Because
do
it's
that.
their legal property.
How can he sign
Well, I
for
can't
it?
sign for their
It
mail.
came certified mail.
Somebody must have signed for it because you got it.
I had to
Yeah,
sign
you did.
for it, but the mailman was trying to deliver it to him because it's his address. So,
I would agree with Barb, you still own that piece of property. That
but
is
how
your
was the
property.
if the
That's you guys
mailman
intended.
did not know us personally, how would I have gotten the letter?
You would- Maybe not, they would've got it sent back and then,
That's right. How would I have gotten that letter addressed to me at his address?
So if they sent it to
He
me,
can't
I'd
sign
go
our
return
name.
it. Don't
It's
mind it. I'll
technically
leave it,
your
they back my
address, you
name.
own the property,
How was the mailman gonna get it to me though? He couldn't, he was gonna give it to him.
but you got the letter, right?
Eventually, the mailman had to drive all around, first he tried to deliver it to him, then he realizes it's not the right name. Then he brings it back to us, but what I'm trying to say is, it ain't our car.
It's not junk.
And it
It's
is,
your property.
and it's his, it's,
You're wrong.
he
You bring it
legally,
to the meeting on the 9th. This is a township meeting, not a junk car meeting. The 9th.
I'm talking about a character meeting.
Tonight,
Character.
Okay.
I'm not responsible for him,
you are responsible for your property.
not when he's renting it.
Yes, you are. You better check with your attorney.
Well, I got thrown off the property when people were destroying it once before because I had no legal right to be there.
You better check with your attorney.
Come to the meeting on the night.
Okay, I'm telling you, that's the law.
I'm telling you, you need to get a better lease.
Okay.
That was the cops.
Okay.
All right, new unfinished business. Do you have any? Okay, new business.
And
Hmm?
I think you ought to consider putting new locks on all these doors. Try to help stop that water business, because this all started after we started having trouble with park and everything else.
Yeah, I don't know when the water started. I mean, yeah, it's been the last 3 years or so, 2 or 3 years.
So if we put new locks on, you don't know who's got keys.
It rained a lot this year.
We could put,
Don't lock will have changes.
yeah,
They probably leaked.
just to be the one door,
By law.
yeah.
You think so? Let's do it.
I think she did.
Yeah, I don't have that problem with the law.
Is there any way that we
Just the
can,
garage here.
Yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong, you know, we do all this advertising, it costs like 40, 50 bucks a month to advertise. Is there any way that we can run an advertisement that says any special events, meetings, stuff, we post it on the township building?
Other than that, what's wrong?
I think the prosecutor can write that up.
I can check with her, but I think, I'll look at the hard dress code, but I believe every meeting that is supposed to be.
Because they was talking about
We advertise
that
it
in their
place, yeah, building.
meetings, about having advertising.
Well, the thing is, I don't even know if he reads the paper anymore, and that's where we put it, so I don't know how we do that.
You ask us, you ask us, and they ask them to see if there's
You don't move your
something else we could do. If it's allowed, we're one ad, and then.
Because it can be posted in a window. Ahead of time.
all these laws.
Money we spend on advertising, we can buy new something.
So you want a motion on that? I move to change the lock on the garage, yeah.
Well, we make a motion to change the lock on the door, just,
Would it be all the doors though?
no, there's only
Garage
this one door.
This door needs replaced, because we come down here and the door would be standing ajar, wouldn't be shut more than once. I have, Donnie has, I don't know if you've been on.
Yeah, I've checked, I've been in here once and it's been unlocked.
The door's not fit to lock up.
It goes to Christmas.
Is
Gotta
it
make
not,
sure
you
it's
think it's
locked
not
when you leave.
getting locked, or you think it's?
I don't know, but we have a new door up there. If you can lock, then there's no excuse for it being sitting there ajar.
They could do that.
That would be.
You can check it out and see.
Fine.
Just make sure people need it. 4 of us need one,
Representation.
road workers need one, we need one in that box, and then
I'll tell you, he told me that he couldn't do
I
that.
know it's funny, just the vehicles inside there's got
I know, it's
water
water.
in them, that international sits over there year round and it's dry.
It don't have water in it, the green Ford don't have water in it, the road grader don't have water.
Let's not jinx it.
So somebody's got a
See if you
key,
can check it out,
somebody
I'll get some here.
shouldn't be in here.
She was in a cradle. She was
And it might see like that.
Okay,
They had to lease.
more new business? I don't have anything either. Public comment?
Yes,
Okay.
I gotta regroup here now. I forgot what I was doing. Now, if you've got these, if you filed a complaint against somebody in the neighborhood, now, if what I complained about is still there and nobody's done anything, what happens? But, I mean,
Elaborate a little more. What are you
Well-
complaining about?
There's cars that's been sitting same place for 10 years. And I filed a complaint with the zoning inspector, and apparently nothing was done because they're still there. Over at Mr. Taylor's house, there's still an old truck sitting out there in front of his driveway. It's got the hood, the motor, and everything tore off.
That's what our ninth meeting's about.
That's a eyesore. Jimmy Whiting's still got the car sitting in his driveway.
On the 11th of November, we discussed 6 zoning violations, and all 3 of those that you just spoke about were on there.
And there was, could I have a copy of that?
Yeah, sure.
And could I have the zoning inspector's report for the past 3 months?
Her timesheet or?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever, it's all on record, right?
Yeah, but I mean, she gives the trustees a monthly report, but she gives me her timesheet. Which one did you want?
Oh, please.
Okay.
And,
It's fine. I'm doing my job. I don't care.
I can't talk about the card that he has, the letter I got here.
Well, that you can't talk about it, we
It's
just,
just public comment, you can talk about whatever you want.
Oh, okay, well, I don't wanna break any
So more or
rules.
less, as long as that car runs, it gets moved, it's okay, right?
The car runs,
It runs, I mean,
She said no.
I just-
What's wrong with it? What's wrong with the car?
nothing.
just got a flat tire.
Well, let's just use another car, for instance. If I decided, I have a Jeep now, and for the winter, I'm gonna drive that Jeep. If it's too bad, I have to drive my van. Now, my van has tags on it and everything, but if my van sits in the same spot for 90 days, do I have to go out there and move it every 90 days if I'm not using it? And why? For what reason?
Mr. Huff,
For what reason?
we'll have to ask the zoning inspector on the rules.
Under junk cars, it has to meet all 3 requirements.
It has to meet all 3.
Yes.
Okay, so what's wrong with that car, Bill?
Just a flat tire. Other than that, start it up, it'll move.
And the letter says apparent flat tire.
good,
And,
but be low.
apparent, the hood is up or something, and Bill's probably got.
Yeah, I did have the hood up on, but I took the battery out for the winter and put it in the garage. And when I put the hood down, it didn't get shut off, what? Ain't no big.
He just emphasized right there, it's a non-working vehicle, he takes the battery out. The vehicle was sitting there.
Well, tomorrow
We
I'm
need
putting
to talk
battery
about
in,
this on
pump
Monday.
the tire up, and I'm
And
moving.
I'm not even going
Then I'll
to
fix your problem.
respond any more to it except for
Put the battery back in your
that's junk
car.
car.
That's what I'm gonna do, put the battery back
Okay.
in, pump the tire up, move it more.
Put the battery back in it. So I would like for all of you that are sitting here to think about this. If it happens to one person because they took the battery out and put it in the garage or whatever, it can happen to you. So just remember this. Just remember this.
Got that, Mr. Huff?
I got it.
And like I said, that car is not a non-working vehicle. It will start, it will run, it will move on too.
You received a letter, come to the meeting on the 9th, we'll discuss it then.
Oh,
But
okay, thank you very much.
it has to meet all 3 of those requirements to even be a junk car. But she doesn't.
And if it doesn't, then it doesn't.
Somebody told me that truck over Randy's house was stolen.
What's that, semi-truck?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
No, him, I wouldn't put him past him.
Bill knows a lot about Randy.
Okay, any more?
Oh, the lady in the back.
Over there.
Okay.
I just have some concerns about snow removal on Dogwood Lakes. Since we don't have school buses going back there like we used to, it seems like snow removal is later in the day. And
Down the truck.
is that what was going
Yep.
on? Well, even last year and the year before, it was not early like it used to be, and we had people traveling, you know, the roads.
We
and
were down
everything.
one truck, and then, you know, I received the text, and I'm not gonna reply via text to you with the township matter. If you have a question, call me, I mean, definitely.
Well, I knew you were
Um,
driving, that's why I didn't.
You know,
Do
and
that.
I was out at 6:30 that morning to check the roads. We had, I'm gonna say max inch of snow. Was it sufficient for us to go out 5 with an inch? we could start, yes, you know?
Yeah, but
But do we,
those roads are so slick and so dangerous in the winter, even with an inch of snow on
okay,
them.
but if it didn't start snowing till 5:30, when we, by the time we make our route, we don't have a designated, we're not starting here. We just do it. We go out and plow the roads. So if Dogwood Lakes doesn't get done first this time, I'm sorry. Maybe it'll get done first
Well,
next
I'm
time.
not asking for first, I'm just asking for an understanding that people have to get to work.
Sure, absolutely.
That especially on Mondays, we have
Absolutely.
3 garbage trucks running that route through there, coming down that hill into the neighborhood.
Free.
Why would that?
Yes, we have, well, we have Big O that does recycling and another Big O for trash, and then the other CMI or whoever they're called. They all turn around down in that cul-de-sac. And, because they have no choice, CMI can't back out of there once they start up Deer Trail.
They go on there.
You got an orange truck now, no name.
But there are sections up there that are not in bold green.
Right, but the only way he can get out is to go down our road and turn around. And so there's 3 trucks, you know, and it is dangerous down there, you know. Dan can tell you, pulled the mailman out last year.
Usually we go from one end of the town to start, do the bad one, we start this end one time, and the next time we start that, we switch them. So, because you can't do it all at one time,
Well, I know you can't.
but you know what I mean?
But
That's what-
I just wanna bring awareness that, you know, our roads are dangerous.
Oh, yeah. But that's what we
It's
usually
slick.
do, it, you know what I mean?
And, yeah, and people are starting to go off the roads, it seems like maybe it's the new surface, not that I'm complaining, I love the new surface roads, but they are slicker.
Yeah.
I can't get up that hill with a small amount of snow anymore,
Yeah.
which I used to be able to. So people are going off the road, if that garbage truck, and he told me that he intentionally went to my ditch because he was afraid he would go all the way down and not be able to stop and end up in the woods.
Smart driver.
So, yeah, but, you know, it was the neighbors that plowed the street so that, when the truck came to tow him out of my yard, he was able to get out, but, you know, it took the neighborhood to get him out of there.
And honestly, if I'd received a call and said, hey, there's a trash truck stuck, a tow truck's on the way, we'd have probably went up there and did that, and then finished the rest of the route.
Well, I don't know that you, yeah, I guess you probably could have gotten through there, but, you know, you may have had the same problem he did, but
It gets bad back there.
if we hadn't shoveled it off, but.
But it's funny sometimes, if it doesn't start snowing until 5, 6 in the morning, you're playing with the school buses if they have school, people going to work, you know. On days that it snows at nighttime, we try to have it done before people go to school, or, you know, kids go to school, people go to work, try to. You know. Does it always work? No.
Then sometimes we'll run watch and see what it does do, or how bad it's gonna get. Because sometimes if you go out and push it off too early, it makes more of a mess than
And that sounds
if you
dumb.
wait.
It really does, but if they're forecasting for 1 inch of snow or 2 inches of snow, then it's gonna sleet after that. We'd rather leave that snow a little bit longer, so we don't take it down to bare asphalt and then let it sleet on
It's
that.
easier to push the
Sheet
sleet
ice.
and ice off at one time.
Yeah. Cause you never be able to ride one with it. Well, we appreciate the concerns. I mean, you know, that definitely helps us having a set of eyes up that way. You know, it definitely helps us out.
Okay, anybody else?
Public comment, you got anything?
I make a motion to pay bills.
Then next time your truck breaks down, call me and I'll get that Kubota out, buddy, we'll get her done.
Is there a second?
Do you get
Am
your
I
new tractor?
allowed to know, am I allowed to know what the variance is for?
Second,
Did you get a new tractor? Did you get a new tractor?
No,
you don't have to.
Besides the-
That little
Yeah.
thing?
I didn't, you can look at
Okay, now I want
my
to
copy.
see what the variance is for. Am I allowed to, do you know what the variance is for?
For what?
For stores. It's right beside us. What are they getting, what do they want a variance for?
Purpose I do. No, they applied for variance to, they're going to want to put in a new house on 668.
Somewhere else down the road?
Where the old landfill is.
Put a house in the
This
Magic
way,
Building.
since he's talking.
Where the old landfill is.
Across the street.
Oh, okay, 100 acres.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah.
That's all.
I've been hearing a lot of
First
shooting
check is
back.
4546, Jack Richard Hedges, 13107. Just got the time
You're
sheet
done
down
now.
for that.
There's nothing we do is write checks now.
Next one is 4547, Benjamin C. Hubb, 62258.
Just
4548, Barks League, got the time sheet for that too, 285.90. Donald W. Watkins, 4550, 176.82.
Feeder.
I guess, unless they make it out of check. So that one will check.
Barks League with copies of letters to 5, Jeff Carter, notices, 7866.
Did you get a sample small, Jeff?
Big one? I did that last month.
4542, $485.65 is with the loan company.
$52,000.
The copy of the receipt.
Well, see, that what I was talking about. On the name. So he can't sign the name. But it's not all right.
4543, Ohio Public Entity Consortium, $4,632.49.
I would have lots of money.
All this is mine.
Put the screws on it and all that's consumer.
Keep trying to
Matches this priest.
Daniel Nelson Van Buren, 4549, $621.32.
This is a whole silver. And I realize it's all really good.
4540, MNCO, advertising, $59.50.
See if
4541, Smalls Asphalt Paving, $259.20 for cold mix,
the bracelet match.
quantity 4.32.
Wow. Rings red with white. I'm not gonna keep this here. It's stones.
Move to adjourn.
That's one. I'm ready. Look at me.
School. 544, Jeff Corcoran, 62321. Sign by Dan and Jenny.
If you want to.
Here I go.
1 second, right?